What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess.
Today we're talking about 2 episodes of Westworld, everybody. 2. So I hope you watched them, because if you didn't, you gotta get out of here. First episode, episode 8, Trace Decay. Next one is episode 9, Well-Tempered Clavier. This episode starts out with Ford talking to Bernard about how they couldn't engineer emotions for the hosts, so then Ford and Bernard together found it, which is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I find it interesting that part of the reason Bernard is there is because
You can get along with Arnold?
well, he got along with them, I think, but obviously they have their difficulties.
Yeah.
But he even says he has difficulties with Bernard.
It's kind of,
But he
to
needed.
me, it's just like it's an old man that has missed his best friend. Because even in the scene where we see him, he's like, "Wake up, Bernard." Later on,
Yeah.
it's not that young Ford we see around the time that probably happened when he died.
It's a younger Ford. Though.
It's younger,
Yeah.
but it's not that young. So it's just like an old man that
he
missed
misses
his best friend. So he's like, "I want to create Bernard."
And I don't necessarily think Arnold was like a good person.
It's hard to say. We've only seen.
I think he was a little nutty.
He seemed a little nutty.
Yeah,
But so does almost anybody involved in Westworld. It seems like that really corrupts your mind.
I could see that.
Definitely.
Do you think, like, how long, like, say Hess died tomorrow, and in, like, 10 years, you got the ability to make a host. Would you create a host Hess?
A host Hess.
And if so, what would you call it? Like Jess?
She's.
Cheese?
I don't know, because that's Hess with the same letters. She's.
Oh, I guess, yeah, because you do an anagram, like they did Bernard and Arnold.
Right. I didn't know how else to
But
do
so
that.
would you make a robot Hess? You go, "Hello, Nick. Do you want to play Madden together?"
I wouldn't talk like that.
He might make you talk like that because it'd be funny.
I'd make him talk totally feminine.
Hey.
"Hello, Nick. Do you want to go out and play some football?"
Yeah, I don't think I want a robot Hess around.
But he'd be like your steward. He's like, "Go give me a fucking monster from QT." He's like, "All right, I am on it." And then he gets in the car and goes drives there.
He's like, I need to have a smoke break.
"I need to go out and smoke." You're like, "You're a robot. That doesn't even do anything for you." He's like, "I don't care. You programmed me to smoke." It could be fun having a little Hess around.
Yeah, maybe. I could be like, hey,
Would there be any? What improvements would you make to a Hess?
I wouldn't make him drink as much.
2 drink minimum.
Yeah.
It's like going to.
All right, we're gonna do a podcast. You can only have 1 drink.
Hey, you gotta stay hydrated, man.
Yeah, get that White Claw. So after all that, they start talking about Bernard killing Teresa, and
What?
Yeah, sorry, spoilers for last episode.
Sorry.
I don't know what I wrote here. And he says that he had to have Bernard kill Teresa because they could have destroyed it. But I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means in context of the episode.
His narrative?
Maybe or got it. They're talking about the emotion stuff, and they figured that out, and they had to kill Teresa because she would have destroyed the whole park, getting out the information she was getting and firing Bernard and all that. So it would have destroyed everything. So you can't just like pay her some hush money. You got to bash her head against the wall and get rid of that bitch.
And then you just erase everything from Bernard, and he doesn't know he's a host anymore.
Well, until later.
In this episode, he doesn't know he
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta get rid of her, you know?
Exactly my point. Exactly. Yeah, but you said
If you're gonna do it right, boy.
I want that on a shirt.
Do it right, boy.
Do that dance on my dick.
We should start a GoFundMe so I could get like a shirt printer.
Yeah,
I don't know what that would be called, but
I think
we
probably
just have
a
random
Probably a
fucking
shirt printer.
a shirt press.
Yeah.
We'd have so many just random fucking shirts.
We would. He would have.
You have to fucking run another
We'd
apartment.
have
over
so
there.
many every 5 minutes in the podcast. You could just swap shirts.
Yeah.
Have a new thing.
Hold on, I gotta write that down.
He's in the back making them.
He's so obsessed with shirts.
Yeah, he
I
really.
think it's he brought it up. I think
Yeah,
it'd
but
be cool.
I swear to God, every 6 months, at least once every 6 months, you're like, what? How do you make shirts? Mm-hmm. What do you think's involved with your
That
shirts?
has come up a lot.
Yeah.
I know how you make
could you
them.
take the same technology and put it from a shirt, maybe put it on like a sweatshirt?
But that's after.
I've
That's
never
after,
said that.
That's after he starts
I
making
know I've
shirts.
never said that.
No, I might have made that one up.
Yeah.
But so later on, Ford has Bernard clean up any connections to them that ties them to Teresa's death, and then after that, he erases Bernard's memory of killing Teresa and also dating her.
And also of him finding out that he's a host.
Yeah, which you'll find out again later.
Which I totally forgot. That's the
Yeah.
reason I brought it up twice.
And then he's like, remember in the old,
Poison.
in the old podcast, Hess kept doing that? Remember when he did that because under the table bit his cock?
Because of the what?
You stubbed your toe.
Oh no, I had like a sharp pain in my toe.
Yeah. He's like, he started like host spasming
That
out.
was fucking hilarious. Was that during Westworld?
That was Westworld the movie, I think. That or Future World. It was one of those.
Because I was there. I was at your guys'
Yeah, we
house.
remember. It's
Yeah.
hard to forget
Yeah.
it when you just jump
That
up.
shit was goddamn hilarious.
I think
And,
I just looked at
watching
the
the
clip.
video, seeing Nick's face was just to goddamn die for.
Maeve is at the bar. She meets new Clementine and then has a flash.
I think New Clementine's hotter.
You-
I don't.
You'd rather be a new
No?
Clementine than
I
old
like
Clementine?
old. Old Clementine's hotter.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't really care for either one, to be honest.
You have to be honest now.
Oh,
Are you
sorry.
a fan of Lizzo? Or?
I'll lie to you. I want,
He likes the bartender.
yeah, I want the bartender. He can tickle me with his mustache.
He's like, you want to water me down, big guy?
Jack Sully?
Is that his name?
I just made that up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were out Westworld.
Bartender McGee?
Tommy Magoo fuck?
Tommy Magoofuck. But she has a flashback to being with her daughter, and then she's with Felix in Sylvester's office, and she's kind of like Dr. Manhattan, and she's living all her memories at once, and all that shit's going on.
Did you catch Felix's last name?
Mm-mm.
Did you? Because I don't remember it.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
It didn't.
I don't know if it.
It
I
no,
don't
they
know if
he said it.
Oh, do they?
Sylvester said it to him.
Felix Hernandez, probably.
I don't think that's it.
Felix Lutz.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't fit.
But it's kind of weird.
It doesn't look like a Lutz. Like if you were like, hey, Mr. Lutz, come here. Would you expect
So
that
I
guy to
think
walk
of-
forward?
you know,
Actually, I
I
kind
think
of does
of
fit.
I think of the Lutz potato chips.
What?
I've never heard of Lutz. You mean Lay's?
You mean Pringles?
No,
You mean Cheetos?
Lutz.
You mean
Doritos?
Ruffles?
Lutz.
Give you any more chips.
That's a potato
I'm
chip,
out of
right?
chips. No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm gonna check this.
Okay, thank God. I'll be waiting.
I'm looking at it too, so you just sit there.
Felix is not the white guy, right?
No, Felix is the Asian.
He's not a Lutz.
Oh, it's Utz potato chips.
Utz.
Oh, hell. My bad.
Well, you know, Hess is wrong.
I still think of Lutz. Fuck off over there. Keystone Light motherfucker.
Fuck you. So she's living all her memories, and she's with Sylvester, and then all of a sudden she's like Suicide Squad. She mentions she's got a bomb in her back, and she leaves. And she's
What
like,
are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
What are we, some kind of Westworld season 1? And she needs them to get her a new body so that she could not have the bomb in her back. And she also needs an army to help her break out, and they're gonna do it, or else.
Or else what?
We'll find out.
Oh, okay.
William and Dolores find a bunch of dead bodies and a wounded man that were attacked by Ghost Nation, and then the man tells them that Logan sent them there to attack the train. He doesn't exactly say that, but they figure it out from last step. And then Dolores is filling up her canteen for the wounded man, and she sees herself dead in the water, and then hears a mix of Arnold's voice and her voice telling her, like, hey, find me. Which I felt like, that's coming. It makes it more clear that, like, finding the maze is their inner thing. Which
Yeah.
you hear Ford say that, like, next episode, I think. Later this one.
I don't remember
But
hearing before.
I noticed it when it was like find me. But
You
there's,
know-
there's a little bit of Dolores in there.
There was something that Maeve said about when she was talking to Felix, that she's like, you know, like, why do I remember my daughter? And they didn't know, but they were like, you can't. If you remember your stuff, it's gonna fuck you up because
Yeah.
you know you're gonna remember it perfectly. You're not gonna know the difference. You're gonna be living.
That's why
twice.
I'm so well off. I forget where I put
Yeah, he was
headphones
saying
10
that, like,
seconds
when we-
ago.
He said when we remember it's fuzzy, I think is
Yeah.
what he said.
hazy.
Yeah, like ask me where my headphones were.
Yeah, we literally did a video, and it took us an hour to set up.
Maybe more.
It was fucking ridiculous. And then we played for 45 minutes. And then I brought the headphones in here. These fuckers. I brought them in here, set them down, and then I come
He
back
goes,
in
"Those
here.
are mine?"
No, well, then I come back in here, and he's like, get your headphones. And I was like, those are mine. I just brought them in here and laid them right here. He's like, well, what did I do with mine? I'm like, fucking, I don't know. And that was the last thing he did when we set up is I put them in the drawer.
I found them, yeah.
It's a good thing you don't have like AirPods. Jesus.
I
He-
do.
he
Actually. I
does.
have black ones over
Oh.
there.
You know how many times you left them in my fucking car?
I've left them at the gym twice.
That's what I mean. Like if you lose wired headphones,
Yeah, I'm
fucking,
pretty
I
bad.
can imagine you have the little AirPods. Jesus.
I was
But hearing that, and I know we've heard it before. I even heard us talk about it because I listened to part of the podcast yesterday. For some reason, everything was a lot more clear to me. Maybe it's because it's the third time I've watched it. I don't know, but
I am so glad that we're rewatching it because like I thought I understood a lot of it, but a lot of it I'm like it's not that I'm learning new shit, but I'm like, oh, that is a lot more clear. Like it. To me, it seems for sure. Yeah, Stubbs has been a host this whole time. They didn't make it up. Like it just makes the story seem better to me.
I think they don't tell you that Stubbs is either, and that's why he's a host now.
But to me, like in that scene with him, we'll get to it. It's like there's little things like that I'm like, oh, okay, that makes it more enjoyable.
But like Dolores' whole scene at the end of the next episode was a lot more clear too.
Oh yeah, like watching that too when she's switching between timelines, I was like, this had to have fucked with Tessa's mind. I mean,
it's the first thing I thought
when
of.
we did this originally.
What?
Like
it's you being fucking out of your mind
on like the sandy beach or whatever.
Yeah,
that, and then like when she's walking through
as opposed to the non-sandy
when she's
beach.
walking to the church though, and she's switching between timelines, it's like the dress and then like her little cowgirl outfit or whatever. I was like, I have to see that confusion.
I mean, I don't get ahead because you have notes and shit.
Yeah.
But I do. I remember you freaking out when she saw herself in the water. Just fucking the first time we watched it. And that might have even been before. But once they've said that Felix, literally, or it might even been Sylvester, one of them says, you'd literally be living in two timelines, basically. He didn't say timelines, but...
And she kind of is too. They show that.
Like, he said, it's going to mess with you because you're not going to know what's real and what's fake. And I was like, oh... I get it now.
Yeah.
But it's not like I didn't get it before. I mean, I just forgot.
No, yeah, I get,
you know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah, like with Dolores too. That's why she's like William, because she thinks she's back with him with her stab wound.
Because she doesn't know the fucking difference.
But now she's back in the normal one. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would have remembered anything about that if we didn't rewatch it. Not like that's probably going to come up in season 3, but
you never know.
It's true. Also, this is the scene. Stubbs shows Ford and Charlotte Hale Teresa's body, and I said it's interesting that all the information that Stubbs is saying to Ford, informing him and Charlotte Hale, Ford already knows all of this, and he's just and then Ford ends up telling Charlotte Hale that Teresa's demonstration was a sham and like a hoax and all this bullshit, and that Bernard will be reinstated. But this scene to me, Hess brought it up on our old podcast and said that is why Stubbs is a host, and we didn't really we were like, oh, it could be, I don't know. Yeah, you said the end of the episode made it not be, but I don't understand that.
Well, I don't understand why that makes him a host.
Because he was informing Ford and Charlotte Hale everything there, and Ford was asking him questions that Ford knew the answer to, and he's telling him. And then in season 2, we learned that he's been working for Ford this whole time. So I was like, oh, that's clear now. That Ford used him to lie and sprinkle some shit about Teresa and all this shit to Charlotte Hale and all this stuff to make it seem more normal.
See, I just took it as Bernard cleaned everything up, and that's what he saw.
Oh, see, I just took it
like
as...
Bernard took that fucking radar thing and stuck it with her, drug her out to the fucking
because like he found that and did all stuff. And then they even say, Bernard says, all the hosts go out and do the scouting. And he does that, and then later on in episode 9, he goes out and scouts too.
I don't
think that's scouting, though.
Do you re-listen to the podcast from this episode, whatever, however many
I did. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing, but I listened to some
part of it.
Because it's either this. It was either this or like when he's talking about like, hey, I know you were going through a hard time. I know you're going through a hard time. I know you guys were very secretive or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's my job. It's my job to know like what goes on. But I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. You're fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That I think. Well, I mean, watching it this time, I was like, I think that's where I kind of remembered that, or I realized, or I thought that he was a host. Like,
actually, it's the opposite.
Yeah, because in the old podcast you said he wasn't there, but actually him saying that now, because I think Stubbs knows he's a host, because he's the one that reveals it to Charlotte Hale when she's leaving when it's Dolores in season 2. Mm-hmm. So I think him saying that, like, it's my job to know things. I'm a host. I work for Ford. I know Bernard's a host. All that shit. So when Bernard's doing that, he's like, oh, Ford erased that shit. So I think he's thinking, oh, something happened. Like, now, thinking about that now, I think that scene could be him being like, oh, fuck, something's changed with him. Because his job knowing stuff, maybe he's the one that was giving the information to Ford about that.
I think it's him saying he's in charge of security, and that he doesn't know that he doesn't.
Well, I think that's one way to interpret it. When we
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It could go either way, and it's almost like they leave it. They do that on purpose so we don't know one way or the other. So I think you can take it either way.
Yeah, I get that. I just feel like seeing that now, knowing he's a host, it's like, oh, that does seem like it. Like they had a plan.
Yeah, I didn't get it at all. I was like, oh, he's the head of security. But then again, like if he knows Bernard's a host,
But I mean,
then
like,
why would he feel bad for him?
I mean, like if we think about it, like why wouldn't they have head of security? Why wouldn't Ford have head of security be a host?
Yeah, no, it
So
makes
he
a lot.
can have
It makes a lot of sense.
Complete control over him. You know what I mean? Like,
And he says he built everything there. He said that last
so,
episode
like,
or whatever.
and he's pretty. I mean, I would say he's like a perfectionist to some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd think that he would want to have control over who is in charge of securing the world. Or
Yeah,
whatever, you know?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, not everybody there's a host.
No,
So-
yeah,
No, I
but
understand
but
that,
his
but I
main
mean, like,
people,
head of
main people
security.
in charge of stuff seem to be like Bernard's in charge of the behavior stuff. He's a host. Stubbs security, kind of makes sense.
Safety was Teresa.
She's dead.
Elsie is not in charge of anything.
Okay, Mister, no one's a host. Fucking relax over there.
No, but I'm just saying, it's.
I think you don't want Stubbs to be a host, and you're upset that he is.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck if he's a host. I don't give a two shits. I don't see him as being a host in season 1, except for a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not surprised that I'm not watching and going, "Oh yeah, we should have saw that coming," at all. I just didn't see it.
To me, it sounds like looking for reasons to like they didn't have a plan.
Oh no,
Because like
not at all.
To me, every scene we've seen with him that so far is like, oh no, that makes sense him being a host.
Yeah, see, I just don't see that.
I like almost every scene with him, other than like, hey, what about this? And he's like, oh, whatever. Like those don't mean anything. Like when they're like, hey, Man in Black needs a dynamite stick. Those don't add to it. But like the other scenes, like him talking to Bernard and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, he's totally a host.
Yeah, see, I just don't get it. I guess we're just different.
Agree
to disagree.
Agree to agree.
Hot wired a little bit different, you know.
Yeah.
They said hot.
I think Nick's just like he's like a 9/11 disbeliever.
Oh,
You know, he's Stubbs disbeliever.
should do a podcast on that.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
Do you think you could do a podcast? Or like, say we pick topics like that, like people that like don't believe aliens or don't believe 9/11 happened, stuff like that. And like, even if you did believe a topic like that, and I didn't believe the other, if we chose opposite sides and we had to argue about it, do you think you
that'd
could
be
do
fun.
that for like a whole podcast?
Easily.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then like we could all take turns being the judge.
yeah.
Like sustained.
Do I get a gavel?
When
Yeah,
you're the
absolutely.
judge,
If
sure,
we're-
yeah. We'll have to
If
get
we're
one.
doing it legitly, then yes, we will have.
That'd be
a gavel.
really interesting. Like having to be like, no, I don't think JFK was assassinated. He's living in a hole.
I tell you this, we'd probably learn some stuff. You'd probably have to do a little research. For
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. You never know.
Maybe a new Pleeka show coming
You
soon.
just
I doubt it.
never know.
Maybe 1 week it'll be Replicables. Next week it'll be Can You Argue This? Early title.
Say what?
Maeve has a Maeve has a big speech to Felix and Sylvester. And afterwards Sylvester says after they update her and all that shit that they're going to wipe her clean.
Like her pussy?
Nope. Like her memory. And
Oh,
get rid of
see,
her
I took
upgrades.
that one wrong too.
You know-
Stubbs is the host, and she's got a clean pussy. I'm
know,
totally off.
As I wrote down what Sylvester said yesterday, I was like, Nick's going to say her pussy. He's totally going to say wiping her pussy.
You should have put that in parentheses. Nick's gonna say pussy.
I should have. I should have writing down your jokes for you on here and be like,
That'd
I
be-
got that right.
That'd be easier.
Yeah.
Ding.
The Man in Black and Teddy find a bunch of guys killed by... This was kind of, parallel to him and Dolores. A bunch of guys killed by Wyatt's men, and the only survivor, which every time this girl showed up, I wrote her down as the girl that introduced William to Westworld because I don't know her name. So
I don't know her name
That's
either.
who I'm talking about. She's the only survivor there. And then Teddy knocks out the Man in Black. Actually, first they get attacked by a big boy, then Teddy knocks him out after they fight the whole dude. Which I kind of liked when Sizemore is doing, he's making his Wyatt.
Oh, yeah.
You can see that guy like drawn in the background there.
Yeah, I'm glad I caught that, actually, because at the end of the last episode, when those guys came up on him, and I was like, but why are they dressed like that?
Which I had a question for you because I didn't think about this till now. Are those guys Oh no, I
We
guess
never see them again.
I guess
correct?
that would make sense. Then never mind. I was thinking Wyatt's Men was in the past, but that's new. I was gonna say they Wyatt's Men now, but that's a whole new story. So never mind.
No, it was just like a thing to make you go, oh, I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah,
know who
because
they
like
are.
we see that big ogre beast or whatever.
It's like
you
the
know?
black smoke of
And
Westworld.
yeah, and they get shot, nothing happens.
Yeah, and then we see this, their clan or whatever you want to call it, and it's like, that might be kind of cool. And then you just never see him ever again.
Yeah, it is weird.
I think I was pissed off 4 years ago. When
I think we all were. Really, what the fuck is that
it's
about?
like, what the fuck? Like that could have been cool. Maybe they should have been.
Because I remember we thought they were like other guests at the park that are like doing evil shit and putting on hoods and stuff.
Secret fucking Hindu people or something.
But then,
It's just hosts dressed up to scare you.
but like, why can they survive more bullets?
They have more armor.
I did like though, like the way Teddy. 'Cause there's a lot of this episode, them having little memory spasm flashes things.
Now, is that part of Ford's plan? Is the memories coming back online to everybody a little bit?
I think it all kind of is, yeah. Like them all like getting those little.
Because it's
pieces,
slow.
'cause
It's slow, like literally Teddy's getting his. He's doing the same thing Dolores says. It's just a snippet of the Man in Black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think it's to lead to them all being awake and all that shit. But I like that he because Ford was dragging away the same way as he dragged Dolores, and he's like, "Hey, you have Dolores."
Yeah.
And then he even makes fun later on. He's like, "Yeah, it was all going to fucking plan until you had your fucking memory spasm."
Which is exactly what happened.
Yeah. So after that, Teddy knocks him out, and we don't see them for a little bit.
Teddy's gonna knock him out.
Maybe.
Did you write
She
that down?
stabbed him.
I didn't write
She
that one
stabbed
down.
him too.
Oh yeah, he did cut him. Yeah. It is interesting they can get cut. Like Logan gets cut later on
No,
too.
she stabbed him in the
She stabbed
Oh yeah,
Teddy
she's upset. But yeah, Man in
with
Black
the-
gets cut too, like on the
with
face.
with the arrow. Yeah,
in the right shoulder.
Yeah.
upper breast.
We'll get to that, boys. Sylvester and Felix bring Maeve upstairs for their upgrades, and then instead of bricking her like Sylvester wanted, Felix tinkered with her core code, and then she slashes Sylvester's throat, and then Felix uses a little laser gun to fix his throat. That is so disgusting.
He thought about it for quite a while.
I would have let him die.
Yeah,
There was a lot
he's
of
a
Fuck
blood on the
Sylvester.
floor by the time he started using that damn thing.
Doesn't he end up dying or no? Does he just get away?
I think he gets away.
I don't
It's
think
'cause
he
he's-
did. I don't think he dies.
I can't remember. I just know like he's.
He's like,
Is he in like is he in season 2? Is he in part of
yeah,
season 2?
I'm pretty sure.
I can't. I don't remember what happened with
I
him.
don't-
Yeah,
We'll
because
find out
remember
when we
they're walking.
rewatch.
They're walking through the
Jungle.
Aren't they walking through the fields with Sizemore at some point?
Yeah,
the
but what is Sylvester there with him? Oh, he actually. I think he is actually.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he is.
I think he is.
I think he made all that up.
He's annoying.
You lost your mind 4 years ago with that fucking.
Oh my god! Yeah, you were losing.
What?
Is that gun?
What is it? A hot glue gun for your neck?
going on? Are they in the future?
That was cool.
It is cool.
I mean, yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it's like imagine having that right now. Like,
Yeah, because
I
like, it would come in handy every time I cut my throat.
Yeah.
like I could take this and just, and then fucking be like, oh, check it out.
Yeah, it
Continue
did.
the podcast.
It seemed like burning it back together hurt worse than the cut.
Yeah, because he almost like wasn't sure. That he like cuts him. He's like, "Oh fuck no, you did cut me."
Yeah, and then he's like,
But I don't know if I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it looked like he left like like he didn't complete it. Was that just me?
I think it was just.
I think
blood.
it's just a little blood and
Was it just
burntness.
blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Maeve is back in the park and she's rewriting the hosts on the fly, and then she gets her girls out of the way.
Did they have cameras on them?
You know, I knew you were gonna say that actually too.
There you go.
She gets the bartender away, her girls out of the way, so then she goes outside and she like wants to recruit Hector for and all that shit, but she doesn't do that exactly yet.
How come she didn't get the sheriff out of the way?
She tried to. Hey, go back home. Nothing to see here, and he's like, okay,
Ma'am.
lady. You can get just shot. I like how the girl's like, what the fuck is he doing? And it just shoots him in the back anyways. Ford and Bernard talk about Bernard's wife and kids being his backstory, and then Bernard asks, what's the difference between his pain and Ford's pain? And Ford answers is that there's basically no difference, and explains how humans and hosts are a lot alike. And then Bernard remembers kidnapping Elsie. Which I liked all that, with Ford being like, humans live in loops and blah, blah, all this shit. And then he's like, yeah, but have I heard anybody else? And he's like, oh, no. Shows him getting Elsie again.
I mean, Ford's kind of full of shit.
Why?
I mean,
Everything he said was right.
is he in a loop?
I think so. I mean, this is all happened. I mean, he's literally recreating what happened to Arnold. So yeah,
But that doesn't put him in a loop. He created.
I don't think he's in the loop.
That's what I mean.
But
I mean,
I think his point is they wake up, they go to work, they do
I
this, they do
know.
that. You know what he's saying.
but that's what I'm saying. He simplifies it, and he's just a fucking nutbag.
I don't agree with that. I think he's right with this.
You don't think he's a nutbag?
No, I think he is a nutbag. I think he is crazy.
I'm like,
but I think he is right on what he said there.
Oh man, I mean, I don't know. I kind of take everything he says with a grain of salt
Why not a grain of pepper?
because that doesn't make sense.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
I don't know.
Then why would you
One's
say it?
white, one's black. What's the
I
difference?
take everything he says with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Oh, okay. I'm not. That's actually almost more confusing because
Kinda.
I'm not sure what the salt means to the pepper, and I'm not quite sure on that. William and
But I could confuse you.
William and Dolores make it to town where she killed Arnold and is gonna kill Ford. Spoilers.
What?
Yeah, sorry. And then
Jesus, dude, I haven't watched the fucking season finale yet.
she has a flashback. She sees Maeve, a dragon tattoo girl, and the girl that introduced William to Westworld, Lawrence's daughter, and then Lawrence's daughter's like, "Remember, Dolores?"
Dragon tattoo girl.
Yeah, you know, it's snake tattoo,
Yeah.
but we call it dragon tattoo.
Her name, it starts with an A, and I can't remember it, but
Aaron,
Paul.
like-
Austin.
It's like
Amanda.
It's like I want to say amethyst, but that's not it.
it's not. But it does start
Yeah.
with an A. All right, keep talking. It's gonna bother me.
She has a flashback and she's seeing her kill everybody there, and then William stops her from about to break down because she sees herself kill Arnold, maybe maybe not Arnold, and then she's about to shoot herself.
Because she shoots herself after she shoots Arnold.
Yeah, and then she has a timeline breakdown. Everything's going crazy.
Because isn't that Arnold's plan that he thinks this isn't right, so he has her kill everybody, including herself and him?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they run away, and later that night they run it all Logan, and he goes, "You guys are fucked."
Armistice?
Armistice, yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
I said amethyst. I was,
Charlotte Hale and Sizemore upload Teresa's data that she was stealing into Mr. Abernathy.
I kind of forgot about that because I remember us
I did
thinking in season 2, why the fuck is he so special? I'm like, oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah. And then they make a plan. She's like, "You're a writer. You figure it out. Get him on the train and get him out of the park and all that, so they can still."
Do you think his narrative is gonna have him be a realtor in Albuquerque,
Oh, maybe.
and then he can sell a house to Walter White?
Holy shit! You just solved Westworld.
There you go.
Could you imagine?
That might
Would you
be it.
You'd be like that fucking South Park meme with the guy beating off the computer, just jizz everywhere.
Oh yeah, just. You wouldn't be able to stop me. Stubbs and Bernard talk about Teresa and him, and since Ford erased his memory, Bernard doesn't remember that him and Teresa were dating and banging. And Stubbs asks about Elsie also. Bernard says, "I don't know where she is. Like, she must just be enjoying her vacation. Or she's in a fucking cave with protein bars I gave her." I remember in our podcast a couple years ago, we were like, no, we'll never see her again. She's gone. Never going to see her
Well, I
again.
mean, we barely did.
Yeah.
And then she was in it a lot.
Yeah.
And then she just disappeared again, didn't she?
No, he told her to run off, and she's like, "What the fuck? You're just leaving me here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I gotta go." And he's hacking himself, getting Ford out of his head.
Just leave.
Yeah. The man in black explains who he is to Teddy and tells him about his wife is dead. His daughter blames him for it, says that the wife killed herself because of him, and then he tells Teddy they came back to the park to reveal his true self, and that he made his own test instead of playing Ford's games, and he found Maeve and his daughter and killed them just to see if he could feel anything. And then
Goddamn demented.
and then that's where he
Yeah, I was
found the
going to
maze.
say, this is, when you hear his story, he's a little nutty too.
Like, that's
A
pretty
little bit.
demented. Like,
But I mean, the
I
robots.
just decided to kill a woman and child just to see if I would.
It's a robot woman and child coming from the guy last week. He said he'd kill people in Westworld. I knew you could.
No. Yeah, no, I don't mean I don't care that he killed Maeve and his daughter. Who gives a fuck? But
See, but we saw flashbacks. Isn't that not true? Didn't she not kill herself because of him in the flashbacks? Like he said, he doesn't believe it, and the daughter was wrong.
what?
In season 2, don't we see the flashbacks?
Oh, I was
of her-
talking about Maeve. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I think she does kill herself, but
Well, no, she does by accident with the
But it's
pills and
not-
all that.
but it's not an
because
accident.
it's not because of him, isn't it?
I think it is.
Isn't that a lie?
I don't remember. We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I thought that was wrong.
I don't think it matters, does it? As long as he's guilty, he knows he's fucking feeling it.
I mean, if he feels guilty, yeah. Because Teddy asked him "Did you ever hit them?" And he's like, "No, they never saw this side of me ever."
Yet they don't want to. She kills herself because she doesn't want to be around him.
I feel like there was more to it though.
Do you think it all started when he fucking ripped off the limbs of all those people at the end of the next episode?
That might be the start of it. And then he leaves Logan naked in Westworld. for some
I keep
Indian
waiting
to find.
for that. Logan deserves to be left naked.
You know what's weird? Which I guess not
This
really.
guy?
Not really, actually, now that I
Oh.
think about it. Never mind, I was wrong. I was going to say, don't they become sentient when they find him? But I forgot there was a flashback and they're sentient from all beginning, because I was thinking about when they kidnap Stubbs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that part's a little weird.
Yeah, at
When-
the end of the
Whatever happens with that?
episode 9, right?
I don't know, he wakes up and sees Bernard on the beach. Season 2.
Oh, the Indians don't, like, do something with him?
As far as I know.
Because you said they plan everything out.
Hey, they mentioned, I think, whatever.
I thought about this.
They do mention it. I remember somewhere in season 2 they mentioned it. We were like, well, thank God they mentioned it, because we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did he get to the beach?
No, I thought about this as I'm watching it, and he goes up the elevator, and I'm thinking, where the writer's like, oh, fuck, we forgot about Stubbs.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of him somehow. Because if he's around, he'll just be like, poof, Maeve, or poof, Dolores, and kill him.
Yeah.
So I think that could have been probably
The funny thing is like with him, when anytime he pulls his gun, he's got like the red outline on like the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I always envision him holding like a fake gun. 'Cause, like, you know how, like
Like they don't give him a real one?
It's painted orange, you know,
Mhm.
like if you have, like, a fake. And it's just like that red circle on the chamber. I'm like, this is a fucking fake gun, dude.
That'd be
Ask
funny.
Clementine if it's
That'd be
fake.
funny if they give him just like paintball guns. Like, yeah, we can't trust him. He thinks he's got a real gun. It's programmed in there. He can't see the little orange tip. May starts to kind of lose it. She kills Newt, Clementine, and now Delos is after her. She's on the run. And they send the little hazmat dude suits after her. And then she has a flashback to Ford giving her new narrative. This is after Man in Black killed her daughter. And she stabs herself in the neck. And then, poof, she's back in the room again. She's kind of having the memory flashes like Dolores was, too.
I thought that was an interesting scene where she's in there and like
Yeah.
Bernard and Ford are like, he's like, let me fix that pain for you.
Yeah, and really, he's just erasing her memory, and then she's like,
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean by him being a nutbag, is that he let me fix the pain, but he's really just
Yeah.
fucking rebooting her.
I think in his mind,
Yeah.
too, though, he's like, if I just erase this out of her mind, she's like better off, and it is
Yeah, I think it's
pain.
his pain he's erasing. 'Cause she's a pain in his ass. And then
Maybe.
she's just
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Imagine if you had one of those.
Oh, I
Me and
would-
Hess talking to you, like, hold on, let me turn down your annoyingness.
it's at -6.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fucking make it go any farther.
So then she snaps back to reality and gets kidnapped by the
Oh my
Bioshock
God.
dudes.
You want me to start rapping now?
No.
Blackhawk dudes?
What?
Would you?
The
What'd you say?
hazmat dudes.
Oh, you said Blackhawk dudes.
Yeah, no,
Like, what?
Blackhawk helicopters come down and get Maeve.
They shoot him, and fucking Jeremy Piven's there.
Mhm. Teddy can't kill the man in black, so then the chick stabs him with an arrow, and she's like, maybe next time, Teddy.
Did she have a Russian accent?
Only on my screen.
I was gonna say, Jesus.
And then Ghost Nation comes out, and he's like, whoa, whoa, what?
Trump's watching like a different show.
Yeah. You guys didn't get all their sound effects?
Is this when she fucking bangs his head against the rock?
No,
that's next
That's a
episode, I
little,
think.
that's a little bit later.
God, how long did they fucking sit by the
Because
campfire?
she's like, oh, you know,
All
you
next
must
episode.
be, you're pretty enthralled with our games. Why don't you play our game?
Why is she Russian?
I was just playing off of him, you know.
Oh, my God.
We've seen her 3 different hosts.
Yeah.
It is a little weird.
She gets around.
Yeah.
So
it is a little
Westworld
weird.
Season 1, Episode 9, The
You know
Well-Tempered
what's funny?
Clavier.
Every time I think of, or every time I see her, because she's got like that snake tattoo on her face. There's like a porn star. She has like an octopus on her butthole, and it's like, it's red, and I think of that every time I see her with the fucking snake.
As funny as that is, we're talking about 2 different girls.
This is all... We're talking about the girl that introduced William to Westworld. You brought up
Oh,
snake
okay,
tattoo
but
lady, and
I
then
thought we were talking
octopus
about
butthole.
No,
No.
my
But-
bad.
But,
She's 2 different people.
but
in this
now I'm going to
episode.
look at her way
Yeah.
different.
I'll send that picture to you.
The
I'll
girl
find
with
a
the
picture of her.
octopus tattoo.
I mean, you don't...
It might not be an octopus, but I think it is.
I don't think it matters at this point. It's on her butthole.
I mean, it's like huge. Like it.
Her
Like,
butthole or that
Her
tattoo?
butthole is fucking tattooed, and the tentacles like cover her whole butt. It's fucking a trip.
So it's like her butthole the mouth?
I
Where are you
googled
Googling?
girl with octopus tattoo, but holy shit! Oh, it actually is pretty.
it?
That's a pretty good tattoo, though. Oh, there's
Yeah.
your butthole.
It better be a good tattoo.
Right? Like, isn't it a trip?
Why would
Don't
you?
you think of Armistice when you see that now?
I mean, I will. Why would you get that done, though?
You gotta show Nick.
I don't know if I
It's
can.
fine, I'll look
Do you
it
have your
up
phone on
afterwards.
you? I could airdrop it to you.
No.
Yeah, airdrop it to him.
No, I don't have it on
You'll
you.
have to Google it on your own then.
God Darn it! I wanted to see his reaction.
That's
We're
pretty.
doing a podcast. I put my phone away.
That's pretty interesting. Thanks for bringing that up.
I-
Now I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at. I'm looking at Armistice very different now.
You
When
can
she has her
just-
arm stuck in the door, does shoot people in the credit scene? I'm just gonna imagine her with a butthole octopus tattoo.
So she's kind of like ass face. Is that his name?
Arse face.
Arse face.
Yeah.
Arse face.
So the next episode starts with Maeve being interviewed by
What's this one
Bernard, well-tempered Clavier. She's being interviewed by Bernard and attacking Clementine.
What? I don't remember that scene.
I don't. I really have no clue what I'm writing down here.
He's just typing at random. Yes.
I don't remember the episode start because
Okay,
I think it did start with her being interviewed by.
She
Bernard.
already attacked Clementine. She was getting interviewed.
Maybe I meant after that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I maybe
she's
forgot to
getting
write
interviewed
down.
by Bernard, and then she makes him go. Blah, 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 again.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's after that because she attacked Clementine. Thanks. See, you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't at first.
To be fair, I don't know if this
was a
counts for
little-
anything. This is after me taking a bunch of cold medicine. I watched this episode, so
Here we go.
I don't know if that's an
Here we go.
excuse, but it could be.
You playing a fiddle?
Play with your fiddle. Bernard sees that
Fucking
Maeve's code has
weirdo.
been changed.
I don't even know what he's
What?
Sorry, I'm
He's
dying.
Paul Coffey over here.
Bernard sees that can't talk anymore. I'm losing my mind over here. Bernard, I'm gonna try this one last time, and if I
I don't
don't,
know.
what?
I don't know if this 2 episodes a week's gonna work.
Bernard,
Jerome's only capable of talking through one.
Maybe you should take him Dayquil, fucker.
Bernard's. I took it before we
not
started
NyQuil.
zombies, and then
Not NyQuil.
Bernard sees that Maeve's code has been changed, and he tries to call Ford, but she stops him. And then he's retold that he's a host, and he's like, and then she freezes up motor functions, and then she's like, "Return me to service, you little bitch." And he's
I
like,
did like how she's like, oh, I remember you, and then that's from
Yeah.
the thing we saw last
when she
episode.
she got turned into a whore.
Yeah.
She was a mom, now she's a whore.
Does that make Anthony Hopkins a pimp? If he makes
Yeah.
someone a whore?
Oh, who did they call a pimp in this? Someone said you're like something pimp
I don't know.
in this episode, and then it made someone
ain't easy.
it made someone really mad in this episode. But now I can't remember who it is, so I mean, we'll just move on.
Glad you brought it up.
Logan is eating squab.
I did think of that.
Squab, 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 squab. Stop it.
Did you think of that? He doesn't think of that.
Did you, watch,
ever seen
do you watch 2.5 Men?
2.5 left?
Men.
Charlie
I've
Sheen.
I've seen episodes here and there, but I didn't.
One of the
watch it
funniest
religiously.
episodes ever is him eating squab, and that's what Logan is eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And he has Dolores and William held captive. William explains to him that Logan that Dolores isn't how the others are, and she remembers and knows things, and asks if they can maybe get her out of the park. And
Let's
then,
take her home to Daddy, or just
yeah,
her
just
home.
give me my sex doll. Maybe she'll play the piano at my wedding.
Don't get weird. So
Half that's true.
I know you want to suck Logan's dick and all, but
How you know I don't want to suck? Oh yeah, never mind. I was gonna say Logan steak, but that's what you said. Yeah, never mind. I guess you're right.
he deserves whatever he gets from this whole thing.
He
kinda-
Because
he
you're
kinda
the big,
loses
you're the
his
big.
mind.
It doesn't matter if they're robots or if they're fucking people.
Yeah. No, yeah, no, I agree. He deserves to get like the horse spicked on the ass and left in Westwood for a bit. But I
Okay.
don't think he deserves to die of a future heroin overdose.
That's his fucking doing.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's just.
I
mean,
wish he
kinda
did. Cause
lost
I
it,
think
you know?
I really like the actor too, so I wish he didn't do
No,
that.
he's
so
a
he'd come
good
back.
character. The actor's cool. His character's a dickhead, though.
Well, yeah, no, but that's why I want him around more. I want to see what like
And
all.
who the fuck would pull a fucking hanky out of his mouth and then wipe their own mouth with it? I'm like,
Well, he wiped it with the part that wasn't down his throat, at least.
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Who?
But he had to get the swab off.
You have to cast it right now. Who do you cast as future Logan? How they have Ed Harris?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, that actually be. I think that'd be pretty good.
Doesn't make any sense. He's fucking as old as Logan is now.
No, he's not, is he? Oh, he looks older.
Not much older.
Okay, then who do you cast as old Logan? Like they got Ed Harris for William. Who do you cast as Logan?
Fuck, I don't know. Al Pacino. He'd be
Oh
like,
wow.
Dolores has a great ass!
I can't say that would be bad, but I think I'd rather have someone else.
Robert De Niro?
I
You'd be like, you
just don't
talking
think
to
it
me?
would work.
Why are you picking such old men? I mean, I guess Ed Harris is
Ed
old.
Harris isn't young.
He's old, but he looks younger.
All right, Tom Hanks.
Okay. Have him be like,
Okay.
Beal.
You want a Scooby snack?
Oh, what are you turning into?
Fuck you both. Where were we? Oh, he has to get out of the park, and then Dolores stops them from arguing and says, "If outside is so great, then why are you guys so eager to come in here, huh?"
And then everyone's like, "Ooh, burn!"
And like, because we're in here, we get to fuck people and stab them like I got you. And she's like, "Oh, okay."
None of that happened.
Deleted scene. I got to see it. You didn't.
No, you haven't watched your deleted scenes, you dickhead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Blu-ray.
You
You
don't
know,
have to put me
all
on
this
black.
extra stuff,
I know.
and then I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it once we're done with the season.
When's that?
Yeah, but
Tomorrow.
if you watched it now, you could be like, "Oh, I could put
Yeah.
this in my notes
So
and
ne-
talk."
Yeah,
about
First of all, you're not gonna watch
But
it.
what I told Nick is, if there was already some insightful shit in there, and I know he's like, "Oh, what if in Jerome's eye you see something different?" I probably won't. It would be on Reddit or shit already. People would know the information, and we would have heard it by now.
Like,
Oh, you mean like the Ghostbusters thing with Suicide Squad?
All right, you got me there. we watched Suicide Squad. Did a top 10, came out today. No ads because
I saw that.
YouTube hates us. I edited the video. I had to re-edit it 3 times and upload it because it kept being, "Oh, this Will Smith clip is too long. You can't put an ad there." Fuck them. It took too long. But he pointed out that Suicide Squad is just a shitty ripoff of Ghostbusters, and he was exactly right.
At least the ending.
Yeah. But I've never heard that before, and he was right, so I put all the clips in there of that. It was real good. Where were we? Oh, yeah, right here. Ford meets Bernard, and Bernard mentions that Arnold was the one that created him. He's so sure of himself here.
Yeah.
Arnold created him. He wants access to all his memories. He wants to meet Arnold. Ford's hesitant to, but then Bernard pulls out a gun, and he's like, "Well, you can't use that." And he's like, "No, but she can."
And in walks Clementine.
And then out comes John Cena. Dun, dun, dun. Wouldn't that have been a trip?
Wow.
Dressed up as Clementine?
Yeah. But no, it was just Clementine, and she's like, "Give me the gun,
I like
Bernard."
how she held the gun. It was like she had no idea what it was, but she
I
Yeah,
think she's still
it
fucked
was-
up because she
Yeah.
got her brain drilled.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Hess when I get him a little woo woo. You know? He's standing there
You
like,
guys have a weird relationship.
I'm not engaging in this. Jesus Christ.
A little bit.
he makes it sound like I'm raping him.
You told me you wanted an octopus tattoo.
No.
Would you get an octopus tattoo in your... Say we paid for it,
No.
and we're like, all you gotta do is sit,
I will pay for
all
it
you gotta
if
do
you
is
let us
sit there
record
and
it.
get an octopus
I
tattoo.
would not ever do that. No.
How about a squid?
Is it because you wouldn't want to show the guy your ass, or...
No. You know how much I would fucking hurt? I wipe my
No.
ass with fucking
How about an-
shitty toilet paper.
How about
and
an
it
eagle?
fucking hurts.
How about an eel on your cock?
Ooh, yeah.
eagle?
Eel.
Eel.
Oh,
That's trying to stay with the
no.
fishes.
Yeah. Would you get anything ever tattooed, like, even like a smiley face on your ass cheek?
How about
You know what I've always
what
want-
could be on your balls?
I've always wanted to get 2 people tattooed on my ass, like one on one cheek, one on the other, so then like right in my butthole they're kissing.
It's fucking weird.
You could get Martin Luther King on one and then Malcolm X on the other.
And make them kiss?
Well, no,
Or
they're
you
the
could-
case.
Or you could get like Martin Luther King Jr. and then Adolf Hitler on the other cheek.
All right, I think it's time to move on.
See, I was going with violence or
Yeah.
non-violence.
Turn the cheek or
Yeah, what are you going with?
nothing.
Okay.
he just wants to see them
You
kiss.
could
And
get
that's the only way.
Hitler and Taika Waititi
Oh, that's a good one.
as Hitler.
So then,
Hitler or Sun Tzu.
after Bernard gets access to his memories, he has a flash of his son, and he has a flash of his wife, and it keeps glitching between the Ford. So was Ford acting as his wife the whole
Yep.
time? In the cameras?
Yeah.
Because we talked about that. Is that for sure that's what was happening? He's like,
That's what happened in my
"Hey,
mind.
Bernard, show me your dick, Bernard." Do you think they had Skype sex ever? And Ford was like,
I would assume because I mean that's why he kind of glitched and you hear Ford's voice.
"Yeah." Like, what if when they glitched and showed Ford's voice, you hear Ford like, "Show me your dick, Bernard." And Bernard's asking like to see her
He's
pussy.
seen his dick. He made it.
Oh, that's true. He did make his dick.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not as
Yeah,
creepy.
There goes your fucking.
Although you made my dick, and it'd still be creepy if you has to see it.
God, you're
It's
weird.
just creepy to say. Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's true.
I didn't make your
Your
dick.
father made your
Yeah,
dick.
it's not like he put a mold in it.
No.
Here you go, buddy.
Hey, you don't know what happens at this house.
You say so.
It's like touche.
This next one he sees, I thought was very interesting. He gets a flash of cuddling with Teresa.
Yeah.
And then he sees Teresa's dead body. And then finally he gets a little flash from killing Elsie.
He didn't kill Elsie.
Oh yeah, just kidnapped her. But at the time, we thought she was dead.
Yeah,
Well,
we did.
Logan is yelling at William. He
We didn't
mentioned...
know that.
We didn't know
Just
what?
keep
Oh. Logan's yelling at William, and he tells him that he forgot that he's marrying his sister. He grabs Dolores and says he's going to prove that she's a real live girl, stabs her in the stomach, and spreads it open to prove that she's a robot. She looks down and sees that and faints because that's fucking gross. And
It's not gross,
That's
though.
where William snaps a little bit, and he's just staring off in space. William. After that, she grabs Logan's knife, cuts Logan on the face, shoots a couple of his guys. William tells her to run away, and he'll find her.
And this is where Hess loses his mind.
And then after she starts running, she trips and falls into a new timeline with no life wound.
Yep.
Did you follow all that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just gotta double check sometimes. Just gotta make sure.
Now, when she's going back and forth,
When she's going back to rehab,
I will admit sometimes I forgot what was.
which
Oh.
timeline was her with William, and which was her in the future?
I just forgot what she was wearing because I don't really pay attention to what they wear.
You know what
Yeah.
You know what bugged me about this though?
Hmm.
I know she tripped and fell, and then now she's in the timelines and whatever. But every time I switch back to her in the clothes with William, shouldn't she have had a bloody wound there? Because it was clean every time.
Well, no, just because
Or is this
you don't know if that's the time she did it.
Yeah.
But this is her running because, like, in both timelines.
No, because-
in both timelines she runs to the place, doesn't
Arnold's already dead when she's with William.
she? Yeah,
But isn't that when she's going to see Arnold?
but she's wearing her dress then. And this other one, she's going there now.
But that's now.
Is it?
She got stabbed with William.
Oh, so the other one is her now. Okay, so when she
Yeah.
tripped from William, we're seeing the Arnold timeline and then the present day Dolores.
I was literally Courtney Cox at some points because I couldn't remember if the new timeline was the dress or the. I just couldn't remember, and it doesn't really matter. You just because you know it's going back and forth.
Yeah.
But I was a little going old or new.
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
But-
that makes sense though with her. So it was. I didn't realize it was present and then Arnold. I thought it was Arnold and William. But I guess that makes sense because I guess it makes sense it was present because she walks out and sees the man in black. Okay, no, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
She thought it was Teddy, right?
No, she thought it was William.
She thought it was William. She was, William.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which it was. She was
And then
right.
she opens the door and in comes John
Years later.
Cena. Hey, Dolores.
Ba-ba-da-da.
Maeve finds Hector and his crew. She tells Hector exactly how the night's gonna go. His crew's gonna fight over the safe. It'll leave him and Butthole Octopus. She walks out, kills Butthole Octopus, opens the safe for him. It's empty, and they bang in a burning tent so they can be rebuilt with no little bombs in their spine.
What I didn't get with this whole thing is like she can like tell everybody what to do. Why doesn't she just make him do what she wants?
She said that.
She said she could, but that's not her ways.
She wants to unlock them basically.
Yeah, she's like, I could just make you come with me, but
It
that's
is
kind of
cool how when someone is like, "Look, you're in a loop." Fucking
give me the loop. Give me the loop.
wow.
That was a good reference there.
I'll be here all week.
Jesus. And he fucking rolls his eyes at me.
You know that was good. That was a Nick
So,
joke.
so I like how he's like, hey, we've done this before. So the knife made him remember that he had cut the fucking bullet out of her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird how that works.
Yeah.
But the whole
think
time
they call that
I went back to
deja
the whole
vu.
money situation. There's no money in the safe.
Yeah.
She clears her bar tab.
Mm-hmm.
He still costs $20 for a blowjob. Where does that money go?
I don't know. And we'll never know.
I don't think it matters.
I don't
It
think,
doesn't
I don't-
matter at all.
I
That's
don't-
not the point.
I don't think there really is ever any money in Westworld. We've never seen someone pull out any money. I don't think.
No, we definitely seen money.
Have we?
Yeah, give me a whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
fuck
Like
why?
a coin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're dollars. It's not like it's a
maybe
nickel.
the second they
Yeah,
put
no,
it in
but
the
it's a
cash registers,
coin.
it just like
Like,
disintegrates.
You know,
But that's what it was in the
Well,
West.
because I said last episode, I said maybe when you show up to Westworld, they give you like a sack of coins. But
Coinge?
coins.
What the fuck's
yeah,
a coinge?
at some point,
I'm just
doesn't
fucking
someone
around.
Toss somebody a satchel or like a little.
Totally thought you were gonna say a salad.
Yeah. Oh, camera's going dead.
Really?
I heard a. Burp.
Oh yeah, it said something.
Oh, did the SD card get filled?
I heard a.
Hold on. Let me put in a new SD card real quick for Hess. You can keep talking. No one can see you though.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
but
you
I- at
going
some
back to
point-
tossing salads? What were you saying?
Yeah. No, at some point, somebody tosses like a little satchel of coin to someone. I think it might be to Teddy earlier on, like when he's walking through town or something, and then like I don't fucking remember, but I remember somebody. You don't actually see the coinage, but you see it's in like a little, Crown Royal sack. But it's not.
Yeah. That was
It's not a
that's their
Crown Royal
purses
sack.
back then. I remember. I remember Maeve doing something with a coin sack once. Maybe it's a ball sack. I don't remember. But no, it's just funny how they're all about the money.
I
He's
think,
trying
I think
to.
that
He's
is a really good question.
He's trying to steal the safe, but we all know there's no money in it. But it's because he's a fucking robot in a loop, and that's what his job is.
Give me the loop. Give me the loop.
And then how they end the story is they kill them all. They kill each other. It's fucking dumb.
They're loop. They die. They get rebuilt. Go back to town.
But Maeve's like, yeah, this is what you do. Like, you're stupid. But, like, he doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
She doesn't know any better. She clears her bar tab, but she knows better when she clears her bar tab.
Yeah.
Which, think about it.
Take a second.
Ding.
Ding. Ding. Ding. Ding. Where were we? Logan, Yellow, Maeve found Hector. Logan offers William a drink as a truce. William admits Dolores is fake, and he can't believe he got so caught up in
I
this.
totally thought he was genuine here.
Really?
No.
Oh. I was gonna say, even after seeing it? Then William takes the drink. They live happily ever after, and no one dies. He doesn't become Man in Black.
Logan
doesn't start doing heroin.
He dumps Logan's sister, and they have gay sex and live happy ever after.
That would be the best ending to this, I think. Like, they're like two gay cowboys going off into Westworld, shooting people and making out and banging. That's my kind of Westworld.
Yeah, that's where Jerome wants to visit.
Aaron Paul comes up and he's like, hey, can I join your guys' gang? Now they're like a three couple. A
Jerome's
throuple.
like, me.
A thruple?
I'll suck all three of you. Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Now let's go.
And that wasn't the horses.
Wow.
Logan, I just read that. Teddy wakes up from his arrow stab wound, and he's told that Wyatt was... Oh, he's going to find Wyatt where he last saw him in Escalante. And then he tell him the whole story of Wyatt. He killed all the soldiers, but really it's Dolores killing all of them, and Arnold, and he's there to help Dolores and all that because all he does is help her.
Does this make Dolores a bitch?
I mean, I think she always gets kind of a bitch.
Well, but she's not.
I mean, she's nice, but she's always been controlled before to be a bitch, I think, with stuff.
But I mean...
Because she's just doing Ford's dirty work here. Shit.
She's doing Arnold's dirty work here.
And then she's doing Arnold's dirty work back then.
Yeah. Well, because Ford's recreating what Arnold did.
Yeah. But then she kills all of them, and then the girl kills Teddy and says maybe in the next life he can help him out because he can't do it now because he's a pussy.
So she believes in reincarnation.
How many times has he been killed so that in the next life he'll do better?
I don't
Because Dolores does the same shit too.
It's a lot.
But then afterwards she knocks out the Man in Black. Then the Man in Black wakes up in the morning. I really like this scene. He's tied to his horse, so if the horse runs, he gets hung by a tree.
Yeah, I like that too.
So he gets the knife out of Teddy, or one of the dudes there. I don't remember who it was.
I think it was Teddy.
As he pulls it out, horse runs. He cuts himself free. Charlotte Hill shows up, and I remember watching this scene live. We were like, "Ooh, come on, call him William. Call him William." And she doesn't. She just asks for his vote to knock Ford out or get him out. He's like, "I don't care about Ford. Fuck yeah, have my vote. I'm just here for my mission. Leave me alone." He walks off.
She thinks he's crazy too.
A little bit, yeah, but I think she kind of respects him too.
Yeah,
Like she's like, he's crazy and a nutbag and maybe a little scary, kind of cute, but I'll leave him alone.
I don't like being interrupted.
Oh, you should talk like that forever.
He does.
He kind of sounds like is it Switchblade?
Sling
Blade.
That's the sequel.
Yeah. You shouldn't have done that. You just a boy.
Yeah.
Isn't that something about putting mustard on a hot dog or something?
What?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think he says anything about mustard and hot
Isn't
dog.
there like a line about that or something? No? Maybe I'm thinking of another movie.
Maybe he saw Switchblade.
We watched it not that long ago. I don't remember any mustard on a hot dog, but maybe.
Or no, something like you got a party mouth or something. No?
No, that's Deliverance. You fucking weirdo.
I don't know.
That's the guy that wants to fucking rape the guy.
Perfect.
Some random lady finds a signal in the park, and it's Elsie's signal. So Stubbs goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go out there and take a look." And then a couple of hosts approach him, and they won't freeze, and then they kidnap him.
Oh.
Maybe they're not hosts.
Maybe
Maybe they're just real Indians. They were Native Americans to that area.
Just like we took over the Indians' land, Westworld took over their land.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? And they come out like, "Papa."
And they just can't defeat them, even though they have fucking arrows.
Yeah, totally.
He
Delora.
has some shitty peripheral vision.
So wait,
You can see
now
that guy
refresh me.
coming
What
from the
happens
left.
to Stubbs after he gets kidnapped?
I don't remember. We'll find out in season 2. I know he wakes up, but because it's all told out of order.
Yeah.
I know we do get told. Like he was kidnapped, and I think he was brought to those men when they were kidnapping people.
I don't think we're
'Cause
told.
Remember,
I think it was like glazed over. That.
What?
'Cause I
It
remember
was pretty quick.
Oh, ooh, cool! Like at least they made it, but it's like really
I think
wasn't
those
enough.
Indians, because they saw what was coming, because they've been awake this whole time. They were taking humans.
Yeah.
And but maybe he's supposed to be read like a human, just like Clementine read that one person as a human. and they were putting them all because I think he was kidnapped with all that camp people.
Okay, so here's my next question: If you're sentient and are you still reading people? So that's weird.
Well, I think it's just in their code. Like it's like Cyborg. You like do, and they just know shit. You know.
Must be.
Mustard on your hot dog.
You got a pretty mouth.
Logan wakes up and William has killed every single one of his soldiers. William sees that he's awake and he says that he's finally learned how to play the game. He's going to go find Dolores and Logan's going to help him. Then he tackles Logan and puts a knife to his throat.
And says, take that, motherfucker.
And then they start making out and having like dirty sex. He grabs his cock and then... Wait, no, sorry. That was the video I watched after
Maybe you
Westworld.
should stay away from the Blu-ray.
Bernard has a flashback. He sees his kid die. And then we see the rest of Maeve's scene when she killed herself in front of Bernard, and then he glitches out and all that. And then we hear a combo with Ford and Bernard, and it's intercut into Dolores walking down into the church and all that this whole time. And he says that he basically says this whole conversation is that Arnold's voice and them is them. Like he doesn't necessarily say it's Arnold's voice, but his goal is for them to find consciousness, and that's what made him lose his mind and all this shit. And then Bernard keeps like talking how he wants to be. He's like, "Put me back. I want to find Arnold. Gotta meet Arnold." All right, because he wants to go to. I was confused what he meant by that at first.
Fire.
But he wanted to go back to a memory with Arnold. I didn't realize that at first. I didn't remember that. And then Ford's like, "No, you have no memories with him because you never met him because he died. And then a couple years later, I got lonely and I created you."
But and I can't talk to normal people, so I had to make a fucking robot.
Yeah, but I really like that scene of him talking and like he's talking to Bernard about Bernard, but then as Dolores is going through, it kind of fits for her too.
Yeah,
it was a really good scene. And then Dolores, after all that, goes to leave the church and she hears "Kadoosh, kadoosh," little cowboy boots walking up the church.
That's what cowboys' boots sound like.
Yeah,
I was gonna say she's describing Godzilla fucking walking up to the guy.
She's like, "Oh my god, he's Godzilla!" But instead of Godzilla, it's the Man in Black, and he goes, "Hello, Dolores."
Doesn't she shoot him?
Oh yeah, they fight.
She fucks him up.
She fucks him up.
Yeah.
Just like at the end, when he shoots and blows his hand off, and they fight again, and he gets fucked up again, and then turns into a host. Season 2 ending.
No, he's a host the whole time. Remember?
No.
Hopefully, no one's watching this show with us.
It's called Westworld Rewatch, people.
The first time though.
Ford
No
asks.
one's watching now.
I mean, we spoiled shit episode 1 of this. Ford asks Bernard what he thinks will await him when he reveals himself to the outside world, which I really like that. He's like, "Yeah, what do you think out there?" He's like, "If you were out there, they'll shut the whole park down, basically. All these guys are fucked. You're their biggest threat." And just kind of goes off on him. That's when he reveals all that shit. Bernard tells Clementine to pull the trigger and kill Ford, which I kind of like, oh, ups to Bernard. He's like, "Oh, fuck you, Ford. I will kill you." Like he was gonna.
He was gonna, but he can't.
Yeah, he kind of. Yeah, he turned into a badass, and then like.
But then he couldn't.
But
I
still had the back door.
I still don't know how nobody in this season or the next season is nominated for an Emmy, because like
they're especially like when he glitched out, he's like "Da-da-da-da-da-da," like all their scenes are like when Maeve was like and then calms down from her daughter. Dolores does that like
we talked about this
like when he last
so
episode when he's like he gets all pissed off at him and gets like in his face, he's like he's gonna beat his ass. He's like, "Calm down, Bernard." And he's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's probably easy acting for them, but it's just I don't know. I think it's good.
Yeah, it seems really really good. So I think just to end it up here, Ford. Well, never mind, I already read that part. Bernard tells Clementine to pull the trigger. She can't do it because Ford put a backdoor code into her, but really it was like Bernard. And then
put a backdoor code in an octopus.
Yeah, and then Ford makes Bernard grab the gun from her, and then as Ford walks away, he shoots himself in the head.
Yeah, and then we were talking about we'll never see him again though. 4 years ago.
Yeah, we thought he was gone.
I was gonna ask if you got to that part where.
Before you got on here, that's where we were.
Yeah, we thought Bernard was dead back then. Thank God he wasn't. He's becomes my favorite character. I mean, I already liked him a lot, but
he's really good. It's hard not to like him.
I think originally watching season 1, William and Man in Black are my favorite character, but then watching season 2, I liked Bernard the most, and then now I just like him so much.
I like William a lot just because I like the actor, but I like Bernard a lot too. Mm-hmm. I like Dolores too.
Yeah, I like Elsie, but she kind of gets fucked with scenes. I want her to be in it. I want her to be a main
character. I would watch the whole.
Sizemore is supposed to be in season 3. They didn't say anything about anybody else. I would much rather have Elsie be there.
Don't you think they say Sizemore's in it because it doesn't matter?
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're going to tell us Elsie's in it. They didn't tell us she was in it until like the night before her episode was on.
I like how she just wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think we'll get another trailer before the new season
Yeah.
comes out?
I was hoping there was
Yeah.
going to be a Super Bowl one, but there wasn't. I really thought there might be. But
He really thought there might be.
I mean,
Apparently.
that's what I said.
He really thought.
I didn't even think of it.
He really thought there might be.
I
I
think,
really didn't even think of it.
I think it's time to end this because you're
Yeah,
being an asshole.
We should have ended in the beginning then.
I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna put this in your asshole and go.
Wow.
Whatever. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think if I tried, I could get? I know we've talked about this before in my butthole, but if I could get this into your asshole, and then do you think you have the butthole strength to squeeze this and make it horn?
I don't think I wouldn't even know how.
You can't like right now. You can't go like I'm squeezing my butthole. You can't
I
do
mean,
that.
Yeah, but
Hess, can you squeeze your butthole?
Yes.
Do you think if I
I don't think I could honk a
do you think
horn.
because I could get this like this? If I got this in,
But
your,
wouldn't it already be like that when it's in your butthole?
no, because once it gets in, it'll go
Why would it do that?
because you'll breathe and then you go.
Oh, are you gonna blow out the other end?
No, because it'll be like this smushed in, but once it gets into your butthole, it's gonna open up. Especially when you breathe, it'll
Oh.
go open up.
My butthole doesn't move when I breathe.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
Everyone's butthole moves when you
It's
breathe.
fucking gotten very weird.
I know. Thank God it's the end. But Hess, do you think if I got this into there, you could honk it with your butthole muscle?
I don't know.
Well, that'll be. I guess we'll have to figure that out. All right. Well,
I was
thanks
gonna
for.
say I don't know, Nick.
And would that make you horny?
I
Wow.
think it would. All right. Well,
I knew that was coming. I knew you were gonna say that.
thanks for watching,
in
everybody.
your
Fuck
mouth.
you, Hess. Please like, subscribe. Go check out the audio links, and we'll see you guys next time for
I'd
episodes.
let you, but you might like it.
Oh, I didn't know he was talking about first be fucking him. Next week, Westworld Season 1 finale, Westworld Season 2 first episode, baby. Makes no sense, but that's how we have to do it.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
So
couldn't
got-
figure out something better than that?
Bad timing.
There's like a porn star. She has like an octopus on her butthole.